Alright, hello everybody again. Today was a long day of service testing our hoses. We did the spare hoses our last shift, and today we finished all the hoses that were on the actual trucks that we use day to day. Okay, so based off of NFPA 1962, for our attack hose lines, our inch and three quarters, we need 300 psi of pressure for the test, and for our supply line fire hoses, our two and a halves, we have 200 psi minimum for testing for those. So the service testing procedures were basically, if there's any at any point in time there's a failure in the hoses, we need to stop the test and condemn or repair the hose at a later date, and then we'll just continue starting the test all over. We'll continue testing with new hoses. Total length cannot exceed 300 feet, so we were using 300 feet today. You can see from the picture, and it has to be straight. You can't have any kinks or anything like that. So it's nice to use flat ground. Airport is perfect for service testing because you just got nice flat tarmac to do it. Okay, so at the conclusion of the test, we need to update the hose records and inventory. If changing anything that was broken, we need to tag and remove all failures, bursts, leaks, or coupling failures, or anything that seemed defective during our testing. All pressures shall be held with the pump turned off. And then the test gauge that's on the pump itself, the test machine pump, we need that to be calibrated every 12 months. And that's all according to the NFPA standard. So conducting the test, you want to connect the supply line to the test machine. So we have water coming from the hydrant to our test machine, and then we can connect all our hoses. We have four discharges, so we were testing 300 feet lengths with our nozzles at the end. So we slowly filled it up, connect the hoses, and then we bled out the air at the ends with the nozzles. And then once everything was tight and all the air was out, we were marking our couplings. So we use a Sharpie, you mark the couplings, and after it's pressurized, if that mark moves away from the coupling, that you had slippage, which is, so you would condemn that hose line. And then also we were tightening all the couplings with our spanner wrenches as we were going through. Also, when you're doing this, you want to keep people that aren't really working at the moment clear while you're pressuring the lines. You never know what could happen. So yeah, it's always good to raise the pressure slowly until the service test pressure is reached. So it's about 100 feet, allowing 100 feet per 1 minute of hose. And that's how much you're gonna use for your stabilization time. So you're gonna charge everything up, and then we did about 2-3 minutes of stabilization time just to make sure nothing's moving, everything seems okay. And then from then we're gonna do an additional 3 minutes for our actual tests. And so we were doing anywhere from 5 to 6 minutes at 300 psi or 200 psi with the supply line. And then after those tests were done, we bleed out the lines, and you re-walk down up and down the hoses, make sure nothing was leaking, check for slippage on the couplings, and mark them out of service if needed. And then we took everything down, put them all on the dry rack, and then with our Sharpies, we Sharpied on the hoses the date that we serviced it, and then we updated all our records, and that's pretty much it.